I'm so glad to be here. It's my honor to join with the TEDx Phnom Penh. So my talk today, I want to show how the local capacity building is promise for the sustainability in the development. First, I would like to ask, how many of you here have ever have experience with the culture shock? A lot. Me too. I have to. When I was in India, the first time in India, I don't know about their culture, and I asked the auto rickshaw, take me to MG Road, how much would you cost me? And he said, 40 rupee. And then I asked him, 30 rupee, okay? And what he do is he slightly shake his head, and I move away. I saw that he said no, because in Cambodia, that is mean no. You shake your head. And yeah, in India, it means yes. So he called me back, hey, you say you give me 30 rupees and I agree to go. Why you go away? So it's a different culture. Sometimes the assumption of the wrong place, it can lead to some more trouble. For example, that if we live in a country that right on the right side and we move to the country that right on the left side, it can cause something like this. my experience myself, actually in India, I ride a bicycle the first time there, and I forgot that they ride on the left side. And I start riding on the right side, the street is empty, it's okay, and then the motorbike and the car start running toward me. And I was wondering, what's wrong with these people? What's wrong with these people? They want to kill me? And then I, lucky I take my bicycle and move aside. Or otherwise I will not be able to stand here. Okay, so actually another assumption actually that have the good intention, it doesn't imply that the solution is sustainable. I'm going to show actually there are two projects actually I've been seeing that based on the assumption. For example, one assumption is that the assumption that the food nutrition can save many lives of the children in one country will promise that it will work in another country. But that actually the adoption, it cannot do like that. It depends on the culture. And that I've seen that food nutrition that bring to Cambodia one of the food nutrition, it failed, it doesn't work. The reason why, because the Cambodian children doesn't like the taste, like the other country children. Another one I've seen also is in the software development, where they bring the software that's successful, implemented in one country and bring it to Cambodia, and it failed also. Why? Found out why it is failing. It failed because of when they bring it to the country, they haven't discovered, they haven't learned about the user in the country. The user, they feel that instead of helping them to make their work better, it's like, bringing extra tasks to them. It's an additional work for them, so it doesn't work. So here's a question. Who can best understand the local need? It's the local themselves. Agree? Yeah. Okay. So, but another thing is that how can we make the development success when there's a limited local capacity inside the country? We see in many developing countries facing with this question, including Cambodia also. But remember that if we give a man a fish, he can eat only for one day. But if we teach a man to fish, he can eat for a lifetime, right? But somehow, teaching a man to fish is easy. Develop a sustainable solution is not as easy as teaching a man to fish. It requires a new way of thinking to make it success. So one thing is that you need to understand the local context, understand their culture, their language, some of the unspoken words that can only understand by the local people. Another thing is build their local capacity so they can take the ownership, move on for the long-term sustainability. And also, when we develop their capacity, they can, find the appropriate solution, what to make to solve, to serve the local needs. I've been joined with InSTEDD since end of 2008, InSTEDD Innovation Lab in Phnom Penh. When I first joined with InSTEDD, I think that that's no different from me, from my previous job. That okay, software develop software. That's not much different from me. But the more that I getting involved more and more into the work, it's get more and more attached, and I see the impact of using my skill to help my own people in the country. So, welcome to iLab. I want to invite all of you to take a tour with me to see one of the work that done based on the local capacity in the ground for the early detection and response at the grassroots level to provide a solution for them. So join me. Okay, so this is a health center. It's the place where the disease first case is detected, because it's the first place that people would go to when they have the symptom is mild symptom. But nowadays, the disease, it goes faster than the information that is reported from the grassroots level to the upper level. What do you think? In the situation of the outbreak disease, such as like H5N1, H1N1, that the disease that spreads through the air, it goes transmit very fast, and such as the disease like cholera that through the water. So the disease is go faster than the information. When the information with the traditional way going up, the disease have taken many people's life already. So this is the traditional way of how they do the reporting at the health center. It's the paper-based is the very common one, and it takes like days for them to submit to the to the upper level, or they can have like another choice is doing the phone call. But as in the developing country like in Cambodia, the phone call is very costly for the grassroots health worker. They earn very little salary, and imagine how much it costs on a phone call. Yeah. So here is the needs, what they need at the grassroots level to help them to make them working better is a low-cost group communication, so that they can make the communication when there's a urgent, on time, and cut down the cost for them. So having the team, the capacity on the ground, the local people understand the context, understand the need, find out what is available at the grassroots level, what is the available resource they have that they can take on, using that to improve their communication. So the team go to the field, understand it and design it, and then find out the best solution for them. So here's the solution that we implemented, is to provide the group SMS communication where they can text it in Khmer language even also. So the people at the grassroots level, they have like low knowledge in English. So with this, they can report it quicker. It takes like normal SMS, and it go brought to their team at the same time when they're reporting. Having the capacity on the ground, it can provide support for the for the long run. I think many people might think it this way: having the international expert that flying in the country will help providing the solution quicker. Do you agree that? Yeah, but I'm asking you one question. What happens when those international experts fly back? And when the system in the country doesn't work and they need the support immediately, what happens? So that's why having the local capacity on the ground to provide the support is very promising for the sustainability for the long run. So having the team, having the local people find out and designing the solution for the locals' need, it's actually ultimately at the end is to provide a better health care for the local people itself. So in summary, for this model of the sustainability, it's require to understand the user context, build the capacity so the local people can design the solution to serve the local needs. Another way of capacity development, skill development, it can be done by an independent group. So here's another team. The team called Share Vision is an independent group. This team was actually started in end of 2009. That time I was in the mini bar camp, and I met with several folks, and they have the common interest like me, that we want to do something using our skill, using our knowledge to give back to the society, to do something good, by sharing our skill and our knowledge. So one of the things that this team do is to target to bridge the gap between the academic study and the real work. We know, like, I'm saying only for Cambodia, there's a big gap. There's a big gap between the academic study and real work. What they learn at the university, it doesn't imply what's the need at the real work. So what we do, we try to share what is the technique, what is the needs, that necessary needs at the workplace, so that those students, when they graduated, it promised for getting a better job for them. Another way also of the team, this independent group do, is to share among themselves, the professional work themselves, sharing what they know, so that it's faster the learning curve. Besides this independent group, there are many independent groups in Cambodia, in Phnom Penh, that's been running the similar activity to foster the capacity building for the peoples in the country. So in summary, this is from my point of view. To build a sustainable solution, to provide a sustainable solution, develop a sustainable solution, it requires the dynamic contribution, the dynamic commitment from all the community. Such as the public sector play a very important role as a backbone infrastructure in the country. And for private sector, I mentioned here is I want to say about the company or NGO who do social work. They also play a very important role of how to build the local skill so that they can have the sustainability. One message I want to give in here to the company and to the NGO is that before you throw your money or the technology to people, please consider that to invest on the capacity building to the local people. Because when you invest to develop their capacity, your gift will have a long-term impact to them in the country. And those local people, they will remember you all their life. One of the big things that I think that the contribution to build this, the development of the skill local is from each individual person. And that's from all of you. So it has to start from ourselves, start from you. Because we are citizens of Earth, right? No one here comes from Mars. We are a citizen of Earth. Me also, I am a citizen of Earth. We have to do something to make our world a better place to live for all of us. Here is a question to all of you. Are you willing to devote 1 hour of your time to inspire the next generation by sharing your knowledge or skill? Are you willing to do it? Just 1 hour of your time? Yes? Me too. We are a team. Okay. So we're willing to do it. The wheel is now in your hands. We cannot turn back the past. We can never change the past, the history. if we can change it, I'm sure many Cambodians and many people in the world would like to do it. And we cannot change the past, but the future is now in our hand. So create the generation, create the leaders, next generation leader that we wish to have. We have the wheel in our hand now to invent, to create our next future generation. So think about it. So the sustainability is require local capacity, and to make that, to develop the capacity in the country for the sustainability, it's not one person can make it. But if all of us do it, we will make a big difference to our country and to the world. Thank you.